Check. Check, check, check. 1 2 1 2. Check, check. 1 2 1 2. Check, check, check. 1 2 1 2. Check, check. 1 2 1 2. Pre-game hitting the air here from Minneapolis in just about 2 minutes. Thank you again for sticking with us. Looking forward to bringing you coverage of this game right here on Salina Post.
It's time for your Game of the Week, brought to you by Eagle Communications and Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. And now with your pregame and play-by-play, here's Tyler Henry.
On a warm October evening here in Minneapolis, Kansas, the Lions, who come in at 2-3, will look to defend their home turf against the Beloit Trojans, who enter at 3-2 here on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week in Week 6. Got a good one on tap for you here tonight. It's a battle of two schools separated by less than 2 hours, two teams that have shared a league for a long time, and this year, two teams that share a district in District 7. We'll talk a little bit more about the standings for both the league and the district and what all that means for this contest, but all that to say, this is going to be a critical point for both of these two teams with just 3 weeks remaining in the regular season as they look to make their final cases for better playoff seeding coming up later in October, and both of these teams hope maybe even November if they can find a way to pick up a couple of big postseason wins. As I mentioned before, Minneapolis comes into this contest at 2-3, Beloit comes in at 3-2, but it's interesting to see how these two teams have gotten to this point. Yes, it's a Beloit team that looks like they've slowed things down just a little bit here as they've fallen in 2 of their last 3 contests, but you look at the opponents that they've fallen to, it's 2 undefeated schools in southeast of Salina and Norton, 2 schools that they fell to by a combined score of 32-6 in the southeast of Salina game and 14-7 just last week in a game that I think Beloit felt like they had in hand. They were controlling that. They led 7-0 for a majority of the contest, but Norton able to pull off the comeback and pick up the win. It's Beloit looking to bounce back here and win what will be 3 crucial games for them down the home stretch of their season. Meanwhile, for Tom Flax's squad here at Minneapolis, they are looking to find their footing after alternating wins and losses for a little bit. They lost 3 of their first 4, but they came back and had a 28-21 win over Halstead last week. They've also faced a brutal schedule, and that's kind of the unique thing with Minneapolis. When you look at the teams that they've fallen to, it's the same undefeated Norton team, it's the undefeated Ellsworth team, and it's an undefeated team in southeast of Salina. So not a single bad loss on the resume, just the way that the schedule breaks down, they have got a chance to really come out and show their stuff against Beloit. It's 2 teams that play very different styles of football, but 2 teams that know the importance of this game and know the importance for a number of reasons. Let's go ahead and start with the big thing that everybody's talking about, and that is the District 7 playoff standings. Of course, trying to find a way to get on the upper side of the bracket, trying to find a way maybe even to host a playoff game, and it really does come down to these last 3 weeks for both of these teams. Right now in District 7, Norton leads the way at 2-0 in district play. Beloit and Phillipsburg are right behind them at 1-1. Minneapolis and Russell are in the basement currently at just 0-1. So it's too early to know where these teams are going to finish out. These standings really are not indicative of anything. And again, it is Minneapolis and Russell who have played just 1 district game. It's a great chance here for the Lions to really start a big-time run. If they can get past Beloit, you gotta like their chances against Russell in Week 7 and Phillipsburg in Week 8. They could potentially find a way, if they hold the tiebreaker over Beloit with a win here tonight, to hold on to the number 2 spot in their district and play a home playoff game in Minneapolis coming up in Week 9. Meanwhile, for Beloit, as I mentioned a moment ago, they are 1-1 in district play, 3-2 overall this season, and they've faced a tough schedule here as well. They've got 2 huge games coming up here back-to-back. You like their chances against Russell no matter what happens, but Minneapolis this week and then Ellsworth next week in a game that could very well shake out who comes out on top of the NCAA. And speaking of the NCAA, a bit of a change this season with Lions joining the league this year. Republic County will be on their way out, but you take a look at the way things have shaken out there. That's also not out of reach here for Beloit. They come in 1-1 in league play. They do trail Ellsworth at 4-0 and southeast of Salina at 3-0, but they sit ahead right now of Minneapolis at 1-2, Lions at 1-4, Sacred Heart at 0-1, and Republic County at 0-2. It'll be interesting to see how things shake out in the NCAA, especially with a potential battle of undefeateds coming up in Week 8 as southeast of Salina is set to travel to Ellsworth. Taking a deeper look here at this matchup for Minneapolis, no surprise, it's Owen Just, the player to watch in this game. Just comes in, here's junior campaign. He has looked really good. He's completing 58% of his passes for 960 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. He's also carried the ball 29 times for 108 yards. No touchdowns yet on the ground, but that's a dynamic that you have to kind of keep an eye on, and his weapons have been so fun to watch this year. Joseph Wool and Zach Nelson at wide receiver have been phenomenal this season. Brayton Peters has also been a fun back to watch out of the backfield. Expect him to have a big performance here today as he's got 76 carries for 302 yards and also 10 receptions for 133 yards. He's mixed his touchdowns evenly between the pass and the ground. They will challenge a Beloit defense that's going to be tested in their secondary. Joel Rexroth, Ashton Bletcher, and Alex Laughlin, your guys that'll be back in the secondary for a Beloit team that has not given up many points this season, but has seen a lot of teams that do prefer to run the football. And speaking of running the football, that is something Beloit is going to look to do a lot here in this game. And the guy we expect to top the rock more than anybody else is Joel Rexroth, a junior in his own right. He comes into this Week 6 contest with 126 carries for 723 yards and 8 touchdowns. He is joined in the backfield by Gatley Wachoya, and Ashton Bletcher. Of course, Jackson Weston is your quarterback for this team, but it's a Beloit team that's only passed the ball 55 times so far this season. He has looked good, though, when he has gone to the air. There are 4 touchdowns to 4 interceptions, but 460 yards on those 31 attempts. They like catching people off guard, and they do have the ability to go downfield to guys like Jacob Hand, Cale Leonard, and to Brody Litton. Minneapolis will be tested on their side. They are going to have to find a way to stop the run. It's going to be a big day for guys like Zach Nelson, Grant Rice, Brayton Peters, and Kingston Darnay in that linebacker core. Also see how the defensive line handles the guys in the trenches, guys like Wyatt Griffin, Logan Haley, Ryan Myers, and Killian Smith for this Minneapolis front. They're going to have to deal with some big beef here for a Beloit team that, again, has historically been very good about running the football, and a team that has 4 seniors on their offensive line in Riley Hilt, Eli Johnson, Brooks Jones, and Brody Boudreaux, joining Griffin Johnson, a freshman, the lone non-senior on that offensive line. We will step away, but when we return, we'll get you starting lineups here for this contest, get you the result of the coin toss, and get this ball in the air. It's a Week 6 battle between Minneapolis and Beloit, and it's here on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. You're watching high school football on Salina Post.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
From raw honey to wax melts to beekeeping tools, boxes, and frames, AJ Honey Farms has it all and more. Be sure to check out their salves. Salves is a powerful blend of nature's best ingredients. Beeswax, crafted with care to soothe and nourish your dry skin, minor cuts, and burns. And for dry lips, try out their Happy Bee Balm. Treat yourself to their locally produced honey items or get a beautifully packaged gift set for a loved one. Stop in to see AJ Honey Farms at 901 North 9th Street, more than just a honey store.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
We spend 1/3 of our lives working to build our wealth. With over 50 years of combined experience, Billings Group wants to be there to help manage yours. If you're planning for retirement or looking for financial coaching, then come see us on Westchester Drive, east of the YMCA, or visit our website at billingsgroup.com. Securities offered by registered representatives through Private Client Services. Member FINRA, SIPC. Advisory products and services offered by investment advisory representatives through RFG Advisory, a registered investment advisor. RFG Advisory, Billings Group, and Private Client Services are unaffiliated entities.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
And now back to more football action with your Game of the Week, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
And with that, I want to welcome you back out here to Minneapolis, Kansas. Tyler Henry alongside you, just about ready to get the coin toss gone and the ball in the air. Again, it's an all-NCAA battle, it's an all-District 7 battle, and it's a meeting here between the Beloit Trojans, who come in at 4-1, and the Minneapolis Lions, who come in at 2-3. Should make for an interesting contest. I know we talked a little bit about it on the pregame show, but again, this is a Minneapolis team. They are primed to strike. They've hung with some really good squads so far this season. You look up and down at their schedule. They played southeast of Salina, game that they did lose big, but they bounced back. They really took it to Ellsworth, 21-26, a narrow loss there, and they held on for a better part of the first half in their game earlier this season against Norton. So certainly a team to watch here tonight, and an opportunity to knock off a foe that comes in, I would say, favored, but not favored heavily. This is a Beloit team that does enter again at 3-2. Their only losses coming to southeast of Saline and to Norton. The big question on everybody's mind is going to be in the run game for Beloit, and whether Minneapolis can find a way to slow, or better yet, find a way to maybe even stop that if they can. But boy, easier said than done when you're dealing with guys like Joel Rexroth, Ashton Bletcher, and Jackson Weston, who has not taken off frequently, but does give this offense kind of a different thing to throw at opponents in the passing game. I know we ran down some of his numbers before this game began, but he is completing 56% of his passes, 460 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. Turnovers have been something that Minneapolis has been able to gain an advantage out of in games past here. We saw in that Ellsworth game, Minneapolis really was able to pick up a couple of good opportunities to start in good field position. And we now have the result of the coin toss. Minneapolis wins the toss. They defer to the second half, and it will be the Beloit Trojans who will start with the football here in this contest. Beloit taking to the field here once again. Both teams, it's a big game for each. If you're if you're Minneapolis, you don't want to risk falling to 2-4 and putting yourself behind the 8 ball before you even go into your contest with Russell and Phillipsburg. Meanwhile, for Beloit, it's an opportunity to really step up and kind of take their spot near the top of the district and the league, as they have a couple of huge contests coming up. I mentioned on the pregame show, but again, it was a game here tonight against Minneapolis. It's a game with Ellsworth coming up next week. That game will be in Ellsworth, Kansas, so they will be headed into enemy territory for a big one next week. Gorgeous conditions here in Minneapolis. Things have cooled off quite a bit. It's about 92, 93 degrees earlier today. It is 85, the sun going down, the breeze coming in. Picturesque conditions for some October high school football here in the early parts of October in north central Kansas. And we are just about ready to get this one underway as Hunter Milam has the ball teed up here for the Minneapolis Lions. Joel Fuller back deep to return this for Beloit. Fuller's had some explosive returns already this season. He stands back with his feet at his own 10-yard line as Milam is just about ready to get this going. Hunter Milam with a hand in the air. The opening kick is underway, and our game of the week will start with a touchback as this rolls through the back of the end zone, and we'll bring the ball out here to the 20-yard line. With that, let's go ahead and meet the starting lineup here for the Beloit Trojans. Jackson Weston is your starting quarterback. As I mentioned before, 460 yards, 4 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. He is going to be joined in the backfield by Joel Rexroth, who is fast approaching a 1,000-yard season. Maybe, again, we don't know for sure if we'll see him, but Gio Wea is one of the top running options as well, and Ashton Bletcher, the other top back on this team. Here on first down, it is Joel Rexroth who lines up, and we have got a whistle and the play blown dead before the first play from scrimmage can even begin. Here in Beloit, believe they just needed to get something set there on the clock. We'll meet the rest of the offense after this first down and 10 play. Weston sends a man in motion. There's the handoff to Rexroth, who navigates traffic, plunges ahead, falls forward to about the 29-yard line. It is a gain of 9 on first down for Joel Rexroth. Rexroth's got great guys to run behind. Riley Hilt, Eli Johnson, Brooks Jones, Griffin Johnson, Brody Boudreau. Those are your offensive linemen from left to right. And among that group, you've got 4 seniors. Griffin Johnson, the freshman at right guard, the only non-senior. Your top receiving options are Jacob Hand, Cale Lenners, and Brody Litton. Here's a handoff on an end around. That goes to Rexroth, who falls ahead, this time for a short gain of about 2. And they marked him down. They said the first play only went for 6. This one is going to go for 3. And all in all, it will bring up a 3rd down and 1. This is what Beloit wants to do. It's 3 yards in a cloud of dust. They do an excellent job of just kind of grinding down their opponents. They do wear on you just a bit, something Minneapolis will have to be cautious of. It's a Minneapolis team that is playing with fewer numbers than their orange counterparts tonight. Here's another handoff to Rexroth. It's a huge tackle by Zach Nelson for a loss of 1. And right out of the gate, the Minneapolis defense standing tall. And a decision to be made here for Beloit. We'll see if they want to keep the offense on the field and go for it here on 4th and 1. And yeah, no, they're going to send out the punting team here. That is a huge stop for this Minneapolis defense. And it brings on the punter. It's Eli Johnson, wearing 66 here tonight, who will punt it away. High punt into the night sky. No chance for a return. Boy, they got down there so quickly on the return team. But, again, it does not matter one way or another. Actually, Eli Johnson, yes, is the punter. So it will give good field position here to start this game to the Minneapolis Lions. And with that, let's go ahead and meet the offense for Minneapolis. Starting quarterback Owen Just comes in. He has been great in his senior year, completing 58% of his passes for just shy of 1,000 yards. Braden Peters will line up beside him in the backfield. Top receiving options are Joe Wool, Zach Nelson, and Ethan Bull. Offensive line from left to right. We'll get that after this 1st and 10. Just takes the snap. He will hand this off up the gut. Beloit sticks it at the line. That's going to be no gain on the play as they tried to run that, trying to establish that run here early on. Just not a lot of room to work with there for Brayton Peters, who gets stood up by the Trojan defense. Actually, Zach Nelson took the carry there. Your offensive line for the Minneapolis Lions from left to right: Logan Haley, Wyatt Griffin, Bladen Johnson, Killian Smith, and Ryan Myers. Shotgun set here for Owen Just. 2 receivers split off to the left-hand side. They do give a short gain of 2 to Nelson. There will be no gain to be found here as they cut that down right at the line. And there is simply nothing to work with there for Peters. So 2 yards on first down. Nothing here on second, and now a chance for the Beloit defense to get off the field here. Beloit's defense in the trenches: Eli Johnson, Brody Litton, Brody Boudreau, and Colton Walkers. They'll meet the rest of that defense here after a 3rd and 8. Trips to the left is the look. Just takes the snap. He's rolling out that way under pressure. Throws the other way. It's incomplete. He was trying to link that up on the near side to Mason Smith, who is wearing number 14 here tonight and just could not quite get the job done. So, brings up 4th down in a punting situation, as we will see for the Minneapolis Lions, Logan Haley come out to kick this away. He will get the punt off, but just barely. It's a spiraling punt. They want to let everybody get away from it, and it's going to roll all the way down to the 10-yard line. So a great bounce there for Minneapolis is going to pin the Trojans deep in their own territory at their own 9-yard line. That's where the drive begins here for Beloit and company. 2 3-and-outs here. Neither team picking up so much as a first down in the early goings of this contest. Matter of fact, the 3-and-out hit so quickly, didn't have a chance to introduce you to the Minneapolis defense, which consists of Ryan Myers, Logan Haley, Killian Smith, and Wyatt Griffin in the trenches. Brayton Peters, Grant Rice, Zach Nelson, Kingston Darnay in the linebacking core. Bryson Longberger, Joseph Wool, Owen Justin, Mason Smith in the secondary. Here's a handoff that'll get Beloit to about the 15-yard line. Call it a gain on the play for Rexroad of about 4 yards. Trying to catch up on the stats here. So Minneapolis cycling in some different guys. They have really settled into their identity as a defense here as of late. And you saw that in the win last week, 28-21. They got the victory over the Halstead Dragons. Looking for a big one here in league play. 2nd down, handoff on the outside. That's Rexroad looking to get to the edge. He breaks through 1 tackle, breaks through 2 tackles. He finds his way ahead for a gain of 9. And Rexroad starting to run downhill will pick up the first down of the game for either team. Beloit wants to go to the ground, and they want to go to the ground a lot. You can see that Rexroad all by himself this season has 126 carries. Meanwhile, Beloit as a team has only 55 passes on the year. It's a Trojan team, though. This has always been their identity. This is who Beloit is. Running has been in the DNA of this squad for decades. Here's a toss play that does go once again to Rexroad. He is dragged down at the 21-yard line. Actually, the 31-yard line. Another gain of 7. But this is also the identity of Beloit this season anyway. Rexroad, he really has carried the Lions' share. He has more carries than the rest of the team combined. Talk about a bell cow guy. At the high school level, that's exactly what Rexroad is. He does not need much rest, much water, much you name it. He wants to be out there. He wants to be the guy that gets the rock. So far here in this game, that's exactly what he's done. Here, though, it is Ashton Bletcher who lines up beside him. They will fake the give to Rexroad. This is the first touch of the day for Bletcher, and he finds his way ahead for a gain of 5 and a first down as that offense starting to roll here for the Beloit Trojans. The other thing that you have to be wary of anytime you play Beloit, they do like to go to the ground a lot. We've seen that already, but you can't get lulled to sleep on the passing play because they have really good athletes at receiver, guys like Jacob Hand, Cale Lenners, and Brody Litton, and you can't let those guys slip past you. They love taking their shots every now and again. And that's how you see the 4 touchdowns on the year for Jackson Weston. Here they do. They do want to take a shot. Rolling out is Weston. He's dropped in the backfield. It's a huge sack. Getting back there for Minneapolis, Hudson Riemann, or Braden Johnson. And it's a big, big loss for Jackson Weston. They're going to back him all the way up. Say he lost 10 yards on the play. So unfortunately, Weston falls back. 2nd down and 20 is the setup here for Weston and company. Now you think they may have to go to the air. Minneapolis has done a good job of stopping the run. You got to find a way to pick this up. They will. Here's a rollout. They do have a man on that side. They go with a short underneath route instead, and that is good as Jennings Sloans picks up 9 yards to get them back near the original line of scrimmage. It's the first completion of the day for Jackson Weston. Matter of fact, the first attempt of the day. Braden Peters came up and made the tackle. Able to bring down Jennings Sloan after the gain of 8. Sets up 3rd down and 12. Again, you would think a passing situation here for the Trojans. Likely not in two-down territory. And, yeah, they do want to go to the air once again. It's picked off, intercepted, and taken away as Minneapolis is going to set up an excellent field position. And it's Zach Nelson who comes up with the pick. It's the 4th interception of the year for Jackson Weston. And it's excellent field position here for the Minneapolis Lions. Boy, you could not ask for a better start. And now a chance to punch something in as Minneapolis will start with the football at the 32-yard line, already pushed up deep into Beloit territory. Nelson missed some time early in the year due to injury. Getting him back has been huge, not only for the offense, but you see there for the defense as well. Would not be surprised if we see Nelson with an impact here on this first down play. They want to go to the air. They will fire it out. Near side catch made there at the 25, now to the 20, staying on his feet down inside the 18-yard line. And there he is. Zach Nelson gets the pick on one side of the field, gets the catch on the other. It's a gain of 14 for Zach Nelson, and the second attempt of the day for Owen Just is complete. Lions sets up shop, first down and 10. They've got the ball here, pressed in at the 18. They will hand this off right side. Diving ahead is Brayton Peters, and Peters finds 5 yards on the play and inches his way closer and closer to that Beloit goal line. It's a Beloit defense that's been tested through the air a couple of times this season. It's been one of the only weaknesses, really, if you want to call it that, for Beloit this season. Because, again, as it's second down and 6, we'll see what they want to do here. If they want to go to the air again, and it looks like they do. Just flushed out of the pocket, fires near side, broken up, incomplete. Good coverage there for Joel Rexroth, who was able to come up with the stop. Rexroth, another one of those guys that plays two ways, and he makes a big stop to set up a third down and 6. .340 left to go here in the opening quarter. Clock stops on the Minneapolis drive. Lions looking for the first points of the day, trying to take the early lead on the league rival. See if they run it or if they go back to the air here on third down. Just lined up in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. It's a 3-step drop. Looking end zone. It's tipped. It's picked. And Beloit's going to take it right back. Here come the Trojans. Tackled down at the 15-yard line. And they get a monstrous interception. This time courtesy of Jennings Sloan to turn the tables here on Minneapolis. For Minneapolis, it was a chance to get some points on the board as they took over on the short field, but the old Uno reverse pulled out here by the Beloit Trojans, and they've got it right back with 3:30 to go here in the opening quarter. It's a series Beloit has owned here as of late. Trying to hand that off to the up back. Not a lot of room that time, and a gain of 2, they say, for Ashton Bletcher. So second down and 8. Clock will continue to run. Again, that's the way Beloit wants to play. The only downside for Beloit with this style, if they get behind, there's really not a good way out. 2:58. Time continues to tick. Pistol set here for the Beloit offense. They will hand this off right side ahead here to about the 37. It's another good run for Joel Rexroth. And they will say that it picks up 4 yards. That is the 7th carry of the day already here for Joel Rexroth in a good defensive battle early on. Of course, an interception for Zach Nelson, an interception for Jennings Sloan. And a tie ball game, still scoreless here in the final 3 minutes of quarter number 1. Snap back here once again to Weston. He wants to fire it out. The catch is made. That'll be enough to move the sticks. Tackled down after a gain of 10 is Kale Lenners. That is the second completion of the day. And the first there for Lenners on the fourth attempt for Jackson Weston. So Weston today 2 for 4, but he does have that pick. Still very early on, all things considered, here in this ball game. But we got to admire the way the defense has stood tall for the Minneapolis Lions, who still have yet to allow Beloit into their territory. Beloit thinking about doing that here on a 1st and 10. They take the snap. It's a handoff to Rexroth. Following his blockers, goes ahead, takes the contact. He is shut down hard at the line. Zach Nelson comes in to finish the stop, but not before a gain of 4. And Rexroth, boy, you see what a physical runner he is. 5'9", only 153 pounds, but he runs like a linebacker, and he is not afraid to take on contact. Seen that already a time or two in this game. This is what Beloit wants. 2nd down and 5. Chance to run it here once again. They will hand it again to the up back, taken ahead this time by Jennings Sloan. And for Sloan, that is his first carry of the day. It goes ahead for a gain of 4 yards. 3rd down and 1. You got to think at this point this may be 4-down territory for Beloit. They are in their own territory, but they are just on the edge of their own territory. Also wonder, believe they'll have to run one more play here in the first quarter in order to keep things running. Pistol set once again for Weston. 2 receivers lined up to the right-hand side of the formation. He'll motion for one of them to come now. They give it again up the gut to Rexroth, who's got the first down. It's a gain of 3. And they'll stop the clock, I believe, here just to move the chains as Rexroth is ahead, and that should bring us to the end of quarter number 1. Before we take a break, I want to remind you that coverage of tonight's game is brought to you by Sage Products. Sage Products of Salina is your supplier of janitorial products for your business or home. From paper towels to soap and items from ceiling to floor, you'll see products from Sage. You can get the same home field advantage at your home or office by visiting SageSelects.com. It's the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. We're still scoreless here from Minneapolis. Back with more when we return here on Salina Post.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Summer travel can damage and destroy your tires. Commercial Tire Centers encourages you to check for proper inflation. Underinflation or overinflation, along with the extreme Kansas heat, can cause a blowout, damage to your vehicle, and even cause accidents. Make sure your passenger car, truck, RV, and trailer tires are all ready to hit the road when you visit Commercial Tire. We'll even check your spare tire. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Welcome back in here as we get set to start quarter number 2, and it's a snap here on 1st down. They're rolling it out to the right. They want to go to the air. Catch is made there. It's good for a 1st down. They'll pick up about 12 on the play there. Will the Beloit Trojans. Jackson Weston slings it out. Caught by Jacob Hand, the 3rd completion of the day. This one goes ahead for a gain of about 13 yards. And for Hand, that is the first catch of the day for the team's leading receiver. 14 catches for 193 yards and 2 touchdowns. Hand has put together an impressive campaign here in his freshman year. You got to think even brighter things ahead for the young man. Handoff again, 5 yards again. That's what Beloit wants. If they can find a way to get 5 yards on every carry, you're doing something right. And it is another carry there for Ashton Bletcher. So Bletcher carries it ahead. He picks up the 5, does his job. And Minneapolis, this is the thing. They played well in the first quarter. They were able to really stem the tide and shut things down. But the question is, how long can you hold up? Got to find ways to get that defense off the field. Beloit just trying to pick up more 1st downs, trying to punch in late scores. and trying to wear down this Minneapolis defense. They'll look to do that here on 2nd down and 6. They've got a pistol set for Jackson Weston. Takes the snap, wants to go here to the air. Had a receiver open over the middle, but they do a good job to cover it up. Now he's on the run. He fires it out. It's incomplete. They were trying to go on the far sideline there. You saw Joel Fuller run all the way to the corner, and they're just not able to get him the football. So the clock stops here with 11 minutes to go in quarter number 2 on an incompletion. And another opportunity. Well, it should be 3rd down. The sticks still show 2nd, but yeah, I think they're going to get that flipped over. So here is a chance to try to get this team off the field, try to get the defense off the field for Minneapolis. Under center, handoff right side, up the gut there off the right guard. It is awfully close to being enough for a first down. It was Bletcher on the carry. And they're going to mark him. Boy, they say he just didn't get it. It's a gain of 5 for Ashton Bletcher. It brings up 4th down, but boy, there's no way that Beloit's not going for this. And they will keep the offense on the field. Actually, quick correction, they do roll. It is 1st down. 1st and 10, roll out Weston to his left, fires a deep ball to the end zone. Touchdown, Beloit. Joel Fuller hauls it in on a 30-yard drop in the bucket, and Jackson Weston throws his 5th touchdown pass of the season to put the Beloit Trojans on top 6-0. That was a good pass there. It was a good route. And on the 30-yard hookup from Weston to Fuller. The kicker on for the PAT. The kick is up, and Beloit's Oscar Angelis is able to knock it through to make this a 7-0 ball game. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, more Game of the Week action. 7-0 Beloit on the Salina Post.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
When there is wastewater backing up into your home, time is crucial. Hours are precious to minimize the mess and damage. That is where Salina Septic Service looks out for you with direct access to their dispatch board, so you can schedule the first available appointment, upload pictures and description of your problem on the Salina Septic Service website, and secure your appointment 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Money-saving specials now and information on worry-free service plans when you visit salinasepticservice.com.
Welcome back in here on the campus of Minneapolis High School. Tyler Henry alongside Nate King, handling all of our camera and production duties here today. And Oscar Angelis back to kick this off here for Beloit. Couple of returners back deep here for Minneapolis, who will look to come out and answer after conceding the first touchdown of the day. This is going to send, backpedaling all the way back to his own 5-yard line. That's where they'll field it as Minneapolis looks to break this here to the outside. There is not much room up to maybe the 18-yard line, and crucially no further. And that is where the drive will begin following the return for Mason Smith. Minneapolis was putting it together a little bit, but 10-13 left to go here. They did throw the interception. It was a tip drill that came down into the hands of Beloit's Jennings Sloan. Both quarterbacks with 1 interception so far today. And the first really tough field position of the day for Minneapolis as they set it up here, 1st down and 10. Once again, back in the shotgun goes Owen Just. Just will hand this off, tripped up there by the turf monster and pushed to the ground is Brayton Peters. Boy, he might have gotten a foot on his own lineman that time, and they're going to say he loses a yard as they tried to stretch that to the outside. And this is going to set up a 2nd down and 12. Demetrius Dunnigan on the tackle. Beloit has played well defensively all season long. They gave up just 6 points in the win over Lions. They gave up nothing in a shutout of Concordia. They gave up just 6 points in the win over Phillipsburg. And even in the loss to Norton, they only gave up 14 points. They just weren't able to get the offense rolling. Empty backfield here for Owen Just. They want to go to the air. He pump fakes, steps up, under pressure, and sacked in the backfield for a loss of 1. Beloit able to get back to him and get back there quickly. Credit the tackle that time to Colton Walters on the D-line. And it's 3rd and long here on the first sack of the day for Colton Walters. Owen Just has been able to take off when needed. 29 carries, 109 yards, no touchdowns, only 1 fumble lost. He has added a new dynamic to this team, and we've got a timeout on the field and a timeout to remind you that coverage of tonight's game is brought to you by AJ Honey Farms. From raw honey to wax melts to beekeeping tools, boxes, and frames, AJ Honey Farms has it all and more. Treat yourself to their locally produced honey items or get a beautifully packaged gift set for a loved one. Stop in to see AJ Honey at 901 North 9th Street in Salina or at Jeans and the Farm right here in Minneapolis. Also, want to say a special thank you to a couple of the sponsors of tonight's game. Billings Group, of course, the presenting sponsor of the Billings Group pregame show. Salina Septic Service, Commercial Tire Center, Smart Insurance, and Vernon Jewelers. Also to APAC Shears, Equity Bank, Salina Pain Clinic, Messenger Total Promotions, Sage Products, the Bennington State Bank, and Kelly Kitchener of Shelter Insurance. 8:54 left to go here in the opening half. A 7-0 lead here for the Beloit Trojans on the road. If you're a fan of Beloit and you're tuning into this game, want to let you know we will have coverage of next week's contest. A little teaser for you when they go down to Ellsworth and take on the Bearcats. So another all-NCAA matchup on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. 3rd down and 11 here for the Minneapolis Lions. Another empty set and a rollout to the right for Owen Just. Throws back across his body. It goes through 4 different hands. It's incomplete. They were looking for Brayton Peters. That was a very dangerous pass. And Minneapolis probably happier with the result of the incompletion, certainly than what they would have been had that been picked off by Beloit. You know, for all the good Beloit's done this year defensively, and they have been good, statistically only 2 interceptions for this Beloit defense, at least according to the stats that we were given. It's going to set up a punting situation once again for Logan Haley. 2 guys back deep to return this time. Rexroad is one of them. But you always got to look out for Rexroad in the special team game, although this punt is going to take a bounce backwards. It is caught, but good field position for Beloit with 8:40 to go as their offense takes over once again. And it will be 1st and 10 in Minneapolis territory for the Orange Trojans, looking to reassert their dominance over this NCAA series. 8 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in the first half. Jackson Weston back on the field. 1 touchdown already for him today in the passing game, as he was able to link it up with Joel Fuller. And they want to go right back to the air here as Weston rolls out to his right. He's still looking downfield, takes the shot. The catch is made. It's a big gain. Boy, they're going to say that goes ahead for a gain of about 22 yards. Cale Lenners hauls it in. And it's a big catch there for Lenners. That is his 2nd of 10 or more. 22 yards, call it, on 1st down, and he's pushed out of bounds in Minneapolis territory there at about the 16-yard line. Two receivers split out to the left-hand side. Weston lines it up here once again in the pistol. Rexroad for company. And there's a fumble on the snap. The ball's on the deck. Boy, who got on top of that? I think Minneapolis might actually have it. That is what they're motioning. And Minneapolis does, in fact, recover the fumble. Oh, my goodness. It was a bad exchange there between Weston and Rexroad. And the 3rd turnover of the day gives the ball back to Minneapolis. That is absolutely huge. Actually, maybe not. No, they're keeping the sticks here. The defense stays on the field for Minneapolis. The PA announcer stated here in-house that the ball was going back to Minneapolis, but it's not. Beloit looking to capitalize on the chaos, but they do lose 5 yards on the bad exchange. Stepping up, pass here, incomplete. Boy, Beloit had a receiver open for what would have been a walk-in touchdown, but Brody Litton just got overthrown by about 2 steps. And now, if you're Minneapolis, this is a great chance to get that defense back off the field with 7:49 left to go, as we've really seen Beloit try to air it out, I think, more than we expected. It's a Beloit team that's been predicated on the run for over a decade. I would bet safely more than 2 decades. They're going to have to go back to the air here on what amounts to a 3rd and 15. Jackson Weston takes the snap. It's a 3-step drop. He's under pressure. It was by design, but it's incomplete. Boy, he was trying to get that to Rexroad on a designed screen. Instead, it's 4th down, and it's a decision to be made here for the Beloit Trojans. You do not see many high school kickers come out for field goal attempts from this range. You never know. We've seen stranger things. But I am guessing the offense probably stays on the field here on 4th and 14. And they do. Shotgun set for Weston. Minneapolis looking to get the football back. 4-step drop. Weston steps up, fires end zone, has a man. Touchdown, Beloit. Cale Lenners hauls it in the back of the end zone. It's the 3rd catch of the day for Lenners. It's a 21-yard strike. And for a guy that came into this game with only 4 touchdown passes, already 2 touchdown passes in the first half for Jackson Weston. Oscar Angeles on for the PAT for the 2nd time today for Beloit. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 14-0 Beloit with 7:37 to go. Minneapolis gets the football when we come back here on Salina Post.
Your next visit to the doctor for an upcoming procedure or surgery should start with a conversation about Salina Surgical Hospital. Hi, this is Geraldine Diedrich, and we are truly committed to fostering your health and well-being. From outpatient procedures to inpatient stays, you will feel the difference in our excellent care and compassion. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure at Salina Surgical Hospital. Your surgical experience is our specialty. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local, community-involved physicians.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
But yeah, Welcome back in here to Minneapolis High School. Tyler Henry alongside you. Nate King handling all of our camera and production duties. And another kickoff here for the Beloit Trojans. That'll be fielded by Minneapolis back at their own 5-yard line. Looking for some space, not a lot of room to work with, and tackled down at about the 24-yard line. There is the returner. So, another offensive set here for Minneapolis as the Lions put the offense back on the field. You take a look so far for Minneapolis, a 3-and-out, an interception, and a punt. Again, they were stringing something together after they took the ball away on a pick of their own, but since then, things have stalled out a little bit here, and you see that Beloit offense. That's the other perk for Beloit when they keep their own offense on the field for so long. It really does grind it down, but it also keeps the defense fresh, and that fresh unit is out here to face 4 receivers on the left side of the formation. The catch is made here, slipping a tackle, now slipping 2, pushed out of bounds for the first down. It's a gain of 10 for Brayton Peters. It's the 2nd completion of the day for Owen Just. But it moves the ball ahead here to about the 37-yard line, and Minneapolis wants to go up-tempo. Back to the air goes Just. Low catch is made, but yeah, no advancement once the knees are down in the high school game. Ethan Bull hauls it in for what should be, a gain of 3. Honestly, though, that's what you want here if you're Minneapolis. Just get Just rolling a little bit here. We've seen what he can do from back in the Ellsworth game. He will step back, wants to fire this, and it is caught down there near the 50-yard line. A big reception hauled in by the Lions. And it's Just who fires it out to Mason Smith, a gain of 15. Smith's been a big part of the offense as well, and one of those guys that likes to mix it up. Here's a barreling play up the middle, and now Minneapolis is really just starting to roll as Nelson will pick up 6 on first down. And Minneapolis just rolling offensively and really trying to press the issue with Beloit back on their heels. Just sets it up here in the shotgun. He takes the snap. He's under pressure. Rolls out to his left. Wants to tuck it and take it himself. He's got the first down sticks. And Owen Just, with a gain of 4, is going to get this over the line where he needs to. First carry of the day for Owen Just. Again, it's a gain of 5. Wow, they're going to mark him short. I thought for sure he picked up the first down as he extended the hand over the line, but they're going to say he is short. So it sets up a 3rd and short here for the Lions. Minneapolis tonight wearing the all-blue jerseys with the red pants, white numerals across the back. Handoff here, up the gut. That's Brayton Peters who falls ahead for a gain of 3 and a first down to keep those chains moving. As this, I would say without a doubt, the best drive of the day so far for the Minneapolis Lions. Offense clicking here for Minneapolis on their home turf. Empty backfield now for Owen Just. He'll send a man in motion, sweeping across the formation. They will give it to him. There's not much there. It's a gain of maybe 1 as Braden Johnson on the carry. They'll say give him 2. Lions chugging along here into Beloit territory for the second time today. Shotgun set once again for Just, 2 backs for company. He will give that left side. No, the ball's on the deck and Just has to fall on it. Boy, he put that right in the breadbasket. We're trying to get that into the hands of Mason Smith, and Smith just dropped the exchange. But they jump on it at the mesh point, and they don't lose anything. Matter of fact, they gain 2 yards. And no, now they're going to say it was recovered by Beloit, and they overturn the call. Boy, it's just weird to see it overturned like that. I'm not saying anything about the call itself, but it looked like they were going to let the offense stay on the field instead. They give it back here. And, yeah. Fumble lost by Minneapolis. Beloit, who has gotten the offense rolling here, will put that offense back on the field with 5:12 to go in the first half. No big splash plays in this game to speak of yet for the Beloit Trojans. They will set up shop, handoff Rexroad, right side. There he goes, falling forward for a gain of 9. They may say that he got all 10. We'll keep it here with second down, 2nd and 9 to be exact. Or 2nd and 1, sorry, after the gain of 9. 10 carries on the day for Rexroad. Only one of them for a loss, but nothing for over 10 yards. He has been right in that 4 to 5 range on a majority of his carries. Beloit trying to melt some clock here with the lead. Back in the pistol once again. It's another handoff. It goes to Rexroad, left side. Rexroad ahead now. It's another gain of 4. Again, that's been his sweet spot tonight. And it moves the sticks here for the Beloit Trojans. Ryan Myers, Mason Smith on the tackle. And a little slow coming off the field here is somebody that's Jacob here. So hopefully he's all right. He'll stretch it out on the sideline as Beloit sets up with a first down and 10. They want to fake it, go to the air. So far, so good for Weston. A diving catch, and it's made by Jacob Hand. Boy, what a snag for Hand. He had to lay out to make the catch, but he hauls it in there at the 32-yard line. And on Jacob Hand's 3rd catch of the day, he will pick up another double-digit gain, this time of 14 yards. Keeps that clock running with 3:55 left to go. Give another completion Now the 7th of the day for Jackson Weston. He is cruising today. Handoff right side, that's Rexroth. Rexroth cuts it back to the interior now, looking to break through a tackle, dives ahead, gets his way to the 21. It is enough for a first down. Call it 11 on the gain for Joel Rexroth, just his second gain of over 10 yards. But again, the bell cow guy, 12 carries for Rexroth so far today, just 5 carries for the rest of the team combined. That's the way this Beloit offense likes to roll. Beloit held in check early, a 3-and-out, and then an interception. Since then, back-to-back touchdowns on their last 2 drives, both touchdowns coming through the air. Handoff Rexroth, left side, falls forward again for a gain of 4. And Beloit at this point trying to take the clock all the way down and try to punch this in with as little time as possible left on the clock for the Minneapolis Lions. Don't forget, coming up at the half, we'll take a check of our Bennington State Bank scoreboard. Get you a look at other area happenings around north central Kansas, all 11 of our schools, including the other games that you can see on broadcasts locally on the Salina Post Sports Network. Jackson Weston rolling out here to his right, checks it down, a big hit delivered, but not before the first down is picked up. It's another catch made there by Jacob Hand, and it goes for a gain here of about 9 as Hand is able to move the chains. Again, Hand, just a freshman, but already the leading receiver on this team. First down and goal. Now for the Beloit offense. 2:34 left to go with Hand pushed out of bounds. The clock did stop. They will set it up now. It's Ashton Bletcher in the backfield. Bletcher takes the handoff. He spins off the first tackler, and he falls forward for a gain of 6. Boy, they stood Bletcher up there at the line of scrimmage, but he was able to keep those legs churning and falls forward to the 4-yard line. They're going to say all the way down to the 3. Keep an eye on Bletcher if he is the one that stays in the game. Only 1 touchdown run on the season for Bletcher. Most of the team's touchdowns have gone to Rexroth. He's got 8 on the season. Shotgun set, Bletcher lined up sidecar right. There's the handoff to Bletcher, and he is stuffed at the 3-yard line. Good stop there by the Minneapolis defense. A little curious that we haven't seen Rexroth line up in the backfield. They've tried to use him to stretch the field a little bit at times and kind of run the width. And, yeah, now we will see a change in the backfield as bringing in Colton Adolph, actually another tight end. Beloit quickly up to the line. They will once again hand it off, but cut down right there at the front by Zach Nelson for a loss of 2. And again, they tried to give it to Ashton Bletcher, and there is nothing there. Timeout called. We'll take it as well. Minute 14 left to go. 4th and goal and a decision to be made on the other side of the break. You're listening to the Salina Post Game of the Week right here, courtesy of Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey, Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Back here to Minneapolis, a decision to be made for Beloit. Although knowing Beloit, it's probably not much of a decision. You got to think that the Trojans are going to go for this. It's been intriguing to see the setup for them as they have not tried to get Joel Rexroth involved on the goal line here. They've handed it off to Ashton Bletcher 3 straight times. Bletcher's a solid player in his own right, but when you've got a guy that's got 723 yards, you'd think he'd be the primary target, and we'll see what they want to do here. Bletcher is the man in the backfield, though. He'll line it up in the left hip pocket of Jackson Weston in this shotgun set. And we've got another stoppage. And it looks like Beloit's going to be forced to call yet another timeout here they are a bit out of sorts. We'll take a break. We'll look for Joel Rexroad on the sideline just to see if maybe something happened to him. Back in 30 here on Salina Post.
Close your eyes. Now imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community or the camaraderie at southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
Back here in Minneapolis, Kansas, and we were able to locate Joel Rexroad on the sideline, but nothing wrong or out of sorts. He's out there in full pads. He's got his helmet on. He's good to go, but yeah, they really want to stick here on this drive with Ashton Bletcher. So far today, Bletcher has carried the ball 7 times. He's got about 20 yards, and he is going to line up to the left of Jackson Weston. 4th down and goal from the 4-yard line. Beloit looking to take a 3-score lead. They'll motion him out here. They want to go to the air, and they will look that way. It's going to be caught there, but it was deflected at the line, and the Lions stand tall at the goal line. A huge stop as the catch by Jennings Sloan actually ends up going for a loss. And that is massive here for this Minneapolis defense who gets off the field. And at the very least, will only trail by 2 scores going into the locker room if they can't find a way to get some points on the board here. So Minneapolis with the offense on the field. It's a bad snap. It's into the end zone. They got to find a way to get out of this. They just kind of throw it away. The question is, was there a receiver in the area? I believe there was. I don't see a flag for grounding, which would be an automatic safety. So they're going to say Owen Just was able to sling that ball away just in the nick of time. But you talk about playing with fire. Just was falling to the ground, and the officials now are conferring about this. Mentioning something or motioning this, and now they're moving it up. Wow, they're going to call illegal participation against Beloit. I'm not sure if they had, it looks like 12 on the field. So the Trojans give up a lot of free yards here to Minneapolis. It also stops the clock at 43 seconds and a chance now for the offense to maybe get something cooking if they can take a deep shot or two. Just will hand it off instead, and they fumble the football, and Beloit's on it. Oh, my goodness. Jennings Sloan, who already had an interception in this game, is going to pull up with a fumble recovery, and Beloit may just yet score before the end of this half. Boy, Minneapolis stopped them on the goal line, but they turn it over for the 3rd time today. And that one with very little contact. So Beloit is gifted a bonus possession here to try to make something of this. 36 seconds left here in the quarter. Rexroad lined up in the backfield. He'll run the wheel route as Weston steps up. He's got all day to throw. He wants to uncork a deep ball. It's incomplete. And Minneapolis just about picked that one off. They had Zach Nelson, who already has 1 interception today, lurking back in the secondary. It was really an ill-advised pass for Jackson Weston to throw there. But the result is the same. It's incomplete. It stops the clock. And it is 2nd and 10 here for the Beloit Trojans. Jackson Weston back in the shotgun. 28 seconds to go. Rolls it out once again to his right. He's got 2 receivers that direction. The catch made, but was he inbounds? They say he was. That is another big catch for Joel Fuller, who had the touchdown earlier today. This one for Fuller goes for 16 yards. And Jackson Weston, surprisingly, has been the star of the show through the passing game so far today. They didn't have to call timeout because the receiver was pushed out of bounds, but a timeout called regardless. We'll take it as well. Back with more Game of the Week action when we return, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
Are you looking for a professional change? Salina Regional Health Center has immediate openings with our financial and revenue cycle departments. We are seeking highly motivated professionals for the following key positions: registrar, certified professional coder, health information management associate, financial counselors, and medical billing specialists. These full-time roles offer competitive salaries, comprehensive benefits, and in many cases, flexible scheduling with generous time-off policies. At Salina Regional Health Center, we foster a collaborative and supportive team environment. Interested candidates are invited to apply directly through our website at srhc.com. For further inquiries about these opportunities and others, please contact me, Tess Madro, in Human Resources at 785-452-7026. Salina Regional Health Center, taking care of you so you can care for others. It's the Salina Regional Health Center way.
Welcome back in here on the campus of Minneapolis High School. 16 seconds remaining in the first half, a 14-0 lead for Beloit. Both of their touchdowns have come through the air. Jackson Weston in the pistol set. Takes the snap, wants to go to the air once again, fires it out far side of the end zone. It's broken up. That is great coverage. They were looking to get that on the far side to Cale Lenners. But that is just clean defense for Owen Just. And you see there the quarterback, who also plays safety, takes a touchdown off the board. He's able to salvage it. Sets up second down here with 10.5 seconds remaining in the opening half. There is a flag down. It's going against Beloit, though. They're going to back this up even further. And another penalty against the Trojans. Beloit had not committed a single penalty in this game. All of a sudden, they've committed two costly ones. That'll make this try here with 10.5 seconds to go. They'll put it all the way back to the 19-yard line. Still first down. Beloit with one timeout remaining. They can use it. And another whistle and another stoppage. And we may, yeah, there it is. That's the last time out of the half for Minneapolis. So we'll step away again. Back with the final couple of plays here of the half when we come back on Salina Post.
At Vernon Jewelers, we are celebrating 140 years of our family serving yours, serving you with the best in prices, quality, and the service to back it up. You can trust us for your unique custom pieces and any repair you may need. And just because we've been around for 140 years doesn't mean we are old and out of touch. It just means we're really good at what we do. Now is the time to shop for the holiday. Come see us in downtown Salina and look for the iconic Vernon Jewelers sign on Santa Fe, here for you since 1884.
Welcome back into high school game of the week action presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine as we continue working our way through the first half of this contest. Boy, the first quarter almost broke some records with its speed, and things were chugging right along here in the second quarter as well, as is to be expected when you've got teams that like to run the football, especially the way Beloit does. But Beloit's gone to the air quite a bit here in this game, and it's been to their credit something that has worked out well for them, as the Trojans in this contest have linked it up for a majority of their attack through the air. You got to tip your cap to the way Minneapolis has played in terms of their ground defense. And you know Beloit wants to take another crack at it here. Last time they went to Cale Lenners, who already has a touchdown of 24 yards in this game. First and goal from the 20. Once again, it's a snap back to Weston. He wants to uncork one to the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown. Hauled in by Jacob Hand, a 20-yard strike. And it's going to be the third passing TD of the day for Jackson Weston. It's a 20-0 lead for the Beloit Trojans. That is a good play there by the freshman. And a chance now for the PAT, which is on its way, and it is through. 21-0 is the score with 3.9 seconds to go. We'll go ahead and take one more break here, get the final kickoff, and wrap up the first half when we come back here on Salina Post.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
From raw honey to wax melts to beekeeping tools, boxes, and frames, AJ Honey Farms has it all and more. Be sure to check out their salves. Salves is a powerful blend of nature's best ingredients. Beeswax, crafted with care to soothe and nourish your dry skin, minor cuts, and burns. And for dry lips, try out their Happy Bee Balm. Treat yourself to their locally produced honey items or get a beautifully packaged gift set for a loved one. Stop in to see AJ Honey Farms at 9.
One last kickoff here for the Beloit Trojans. It's picked up. A big chance here if they can find something on special teams, but that will run out the clock and bring us to the end of the opening half. Beloit out in front. They take the 21-0 lead, and they've got the advantage going into the locker room. We will step away when we come back. It's halftime coverage here on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week, brought to you tonight from Minneapolis, again by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
Summer travel can damage and destroy your tires. Commercial Tire Centers encourages you to check for proper inflation. Underinflation or overinflation, along with the extreme Kansas heat, can cause a blowout, damage to your vehicle, and even cause accidents. Make sure your passenger car, truck, RV, and trailer tires are all ready to hit the road when you visit Commercial Tire. We'll even check your spare tire. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer. The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
When there is wastewater backing up into your home, time is crucial. Hours are precious to minimize the mess and damage. That is where Salina Septic Service looks out for you with direct access to their dispatch board, so you can schedule the first available appointment. Upload pictures and description of your problem on the Salina Septic Service website and secure your appointment 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Money-saving specials now and information on worry-free service plans when you visit salinasepticservice.com.
Your next visit to the doctor for an upcoming procedure or surgery should start with a conversation about Salina Surgical Hospital. Hi, this is Geraldine Diedrich, and we are truly committed to fostering your health and well-being. From outpatient procedures to inpatient stays, you will feel the difference in our excellent care and compassion. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure at Salina Surgical Hospital. Your surgical experience is our specialty. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local, community-involved physicians.
We spend 1/3 of our lives working to build our wealth. With over 50 years of combined experience, Billings Group wants to be there to help manage yours. If you're planning for retirement or looking for financial coaching, then come see us on Westchester Drive, east of the YMCA, or visit our website at billingsgroup.com. Securities offered by registered representatives through Private Client Services, member FINRA, SIPC. Advisory products and services offered by investment advisory representatives through RFG Advisory, a registered investment advisor. RFG Advisory, Billings Group, and Private Client Services are unaffiliated entities.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey, Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Close your eyes. Now, imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community, or the camaraderie at southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now, open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
Are you looking for a professional change? Salina Regional Health Center has immediate openings with our financial and revenue cycle departments. We are seeking highly motivated professionals for the following key positions: Registrar, Certified Professional Coder, Health Information Management Associate, Financial Counselors, and Medical Billing Specialists. These full-time roles offer competitive salaries, comprehensive benefits, and in many cases, flexible scheduling with generous time-off policies. At Salina Regional Health Center, we foster a collaborative and supportive team environment. Interested candidates are invited to apply directly through our website at srhc.com. For further inquiries about these opportunities and others, please contact me, Tess Madro, in Human Resources at 785-452-7026. Salina Regional Health Center, taking care of you so you can care for others. It's the Salina Regional Health Center way.
At Vernon Jewelers, we have 140 things to celebrate, like 140 years of our family serving you and your family. In honor of our 140th anniversary in downtown Salina, we are offering 20% off everything store-wide, plus a bonus. At time of purchase, select a bonus bubble and you could save an additional 10 to 20, even 30% off, up to 50% off your purchase. Excludes repair and loose diamonds. Sell in September 21st. Vernon Jewelers celebrating 140 years in downtown Salina.
Life is better with American Family Insurance because our agents provide specialized local expertise to help you get the right coverage at the right price. We understand that farming and ranching is at the heart of what you do, and we want to help protect what you've worked so hard for. Let's build the policy your farm and ranch deserves.
Contact Scott Osherman, agent at Scott Osherman Agency, Inc. at 785-392-3111 today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
And now back to more football action with your game of the week, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
And welcome back inside here to Minneapolis High School. Tyler Henry alongside you. Minneapolis leading or trailing the way here, 21-0. Beloit with the lead on the road, and 3 passing touchdowns for Jackson Weston. Let's go ahead and remind you of how we got to this point in the game. Again, both teams started off slow. Both teams with a 3-and-out followed by an interception on the first 2 drives. This game was scoreless at the end of the first quarter, but it turned around quickly for the Beloit Trojans, who immediately came back. They struck on a 30-yard connection from Weston to Fuller to put them up 7-0. Forced Minneapolis to punt, got it back. Weston then found Cale Lenners for a touchdown pass of 24 yards to put them up 14-0. Minneapolis lost a fumble. Beloit was stuffed at the goal line with about 1:30 left to go, but Minneapolis fumbled the football away, which ultimately led to a 20-yard connection from Jackson Weston to Jacob Hand. That gets us to this halftime score of 21-0. Taking a look around at other happenings around North Central Kansas, we've got plenty to report from our Bennington State Bank area scoreboard. Southeast of Salina approaching the halftime break leads Hillsboro 16-0 out in District 7 of Class 2A. Meanwhile, sticking with another game that you can tune in for broadcast coverage, Sacred Heart leads Bennington 16-0. Both teams coming in at 0-4 and 0-5 respectively. Could be the first win of the season for the Sacred Heart Knights. El Saline in a battle with Little River. That's a fun one. Number 6 taking on number 3 down in 8-man Division 1, and the Cardinals with the lead 22-16. That game has gone to the half. Meanwhile, in Class 3A, Chapman trails Wamego 20-0. Norton is up 7-0 on Russell in another matchup here in Division 7. And Salina South leads Goddard at the end of the first quarter, 7-6. That's the South team that is still looking for their first victory in over 3 seasons. Speaking of Salina, Salina Central leads Andover Central. That's a big one for the Mustangs. They're up 7-3, but that game is still early in the second quarter. That is a look at your Bennington State Bank scoreboard. We'll step away, but when we return, it's quarter number 3 here between Beloit and Minneapolis. You're tuned into our game of the week, and it's right here on Salina Post.
From raw honey to wax melts to beekeeping tools, boxes, and frames, AJ Honey Farms has it all and more. Be sure to check out their salves. Salves is a powerful blend of nature's best ingredients. Beeswax, crafted with care to soothe and nourish your dry skin, minor cuts, and burns. And for dry lips, try out their Happy Bee Balm. Treat yourself to their locally produced honey items or get a beautifully packaged gift set for a loved one. Stop in to see AJ Honey Farms at 901 North 9th Street. More than just a honey store.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
We spend 1/3 of our lives working to build our wealth. With over 50 years of combined experience, Billings Group wants to be there to help manage yours. If you're planning for retirement or looking for financial coaching, then come see us on Westchester Drive, east of the YMCA, or visit our website at billingsgroup.com. Securities offered by registered representatives through Private Client Services, member FINRA, SIPC. Advisory products and services offered by investment advisory representatives through RFG Advisory, a registered investment advisor. RFG Advisory, Billings Group, and Private Client Services are unaffiliated entities.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of 2 types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Summer travel can damage and destroy your tires. Commercial Tire Centers encourages you to check for proper inflation. Underinflation or overinflation, along with the extreme Kansas heat, can cause a blowout, damage to your vehicle, and even cause accidents. Make sure your passenger car, truck, RV, and trailer tires are all ready to hit the road when you visit Commercial Tire. We'll even check your spare tire. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Welcome back in here on the campus of Minneapolis High School. A 21-0 lead here for the visiting Beloit Trojans. Again, we gave you kind of the rundown on everything happening on our Bennington State Bank area scoreboard. Do have a couple of updates for you, though, on that. Abilene is trailing Augusta 20-7 at the half. Salina Central, they led 7-3 at the end of the first quarter. At the half, though, Andover Central is back with a vengeance. 17-7 is your halftime score there. And again, Chapman and Wamego, they were scoreless after one, but near halftime now, it is a 20-0 advantage for the Wamego Red Raiders. Want to remind you, for all the latest in high school sports action around North Central Kansas, be sure to go give us a follow on X, formerly known as Twitter, at @SPostSports. Be sure to go give us a follow on Facebook at Salina Post. And if you feel so inclined and you appreciate the coverage and the broadcast of tonight's game between Beloit and Minneapolis, or any games that you've seen on our Salina Post Sports Network, be sure to go give us a follow here on our YouTube page. It really helps us out a whole lot and helps us continue being able to bring you all the best in local high school sports coverage here in North Central Kansas. Both teams warming it up here. We'll step away one last time. When we come back, we'll kick it off here for the third quarter on the Salina Post Sports Network.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
When there is wastewater backing up into your home, time is crucial. Hours are precious to minimize the mess and damage. That is where Salina Septic Service looks out for you with direct access to their dispatch board, so you can schedule the first available appointment, upload pictures and description of your problem on the Salina Septic Service website, and secure your appointment 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Money-saving specials now and information on worry-free service plans when you visit salinasepticservice.com.
Your next visit to the doctor for an upcoming procedure or surgery should start with a conversation about Salina Surgical Hospital. Hi, this is Geraldine Diedrich, and we are truly committed to fostering your health and well-being. From outpatient procedures to inpatient stays, you will feel the difference in our excellent care and compassion. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure at Salina Surgical Hospital. Your surgical experience is our specialty. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local, community-involved physicians.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Close your eyes. Now, imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community or the camaraderie at southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
Are you looking for a professional change? Salina Regional Health Center has immediate openings with our financial and revenue cycle departments. We are seeking highly motivated professionals for the following key positions: Registrar, Certified Professional Coder, Health Information Management Associate, Financial Counselors, and Medical Billing Specialist. These full-time roles offer competitive salaries, comprehensive benefits, and in many cases, flexible scheduling with generous time-off policies. At Salina Regional Health Center, we foster a collaborative and supportive team environment. Interested candidates are invited to apply directly through our website at srhc.com. For further inquiries about these opportunities and others, please contact me, Tess Madro, in Human Resources at 785-452-7026.
And with that, I want to welcome you back in as we get ready to kick off the third quarter of action between Beloit and Minneapolis. Remember, Beloit lost the coin toss. Minneapolis deferred to the second half, and they will take the opening kickoff here and try to get themselves in good field position. Special teams has been good for Beloit so far. Minneapolis looking to change that. They will have solid field position as they get this all the way out to the 26-yard line, and that is where the offense comes back onto the field here for Minneapolis. Just to remind you, it's Owen Just at quarterback, it's Brayton Peters and Mason Smith at running back. Your top receiving options for Minneapolis are Joseph Wool, Zach Nelson, and Ethan Bull. And your offensive line from left to right consists of Logan Haley, Wyatt Griffin, Bladen Johnson, Killian Smith, and Ryan Myers. They will set up shop here with Owen Just in the shotgun. He'll take a low snap. It's a handoff right side through the first level and diving ahead. It's a good carry there by Brayton Peters, who finds his way forward for a gain of 7 on first down. A good start here for the offense. We'll see what kind of adjustments both teams make coming out of the locker room, rested and fresh. Meanwhile, the starting defense for Beloit consists of Eli Johnson, Brody Litton, Brody Boudreau, and Colton Walters in the trenches. Riker Clark, Jennings Sloan, Brooks Jones, and Demetrius Dunnigan in the linebacker core. Here it's a run to the left side. Should be enough for a first down, and it will be as Brayton Peters successfully carries the ball ahead. And they do say, go ahead and move the chains. Your secondary for this Beloit Trojan team, Alex Laughlin and Ashton Bletcher at cornerback. Joel Rexroth is your starting free safety here today. First down and 10, another handoff to Peters. Clearly, the move for Minneapolis here is to go and really try to establish that run. So far, so good. They've gone to Peters on the first 3 plays. They're going to give him 3 yards on that one. And for Peters, he only carried the ball 4 times in the first half for just 7 yards. He had 7 yards on the first carry of the second. He sets up a second down and 7 here as they will line up once again with Just in the shotgun. Looking to go to the air. Just over the middle. Catch is made. Close to the first down. Still avoiding tacklers and somehow able to dive ahead. Boy, what an athletic play made there by Mason Smith. And Smith finds 8 yards and a first down on his second catch of the day to keep things rolling here for the Lions. And they want to go back up tempo. Just is flushed out of the pocket. He has to run, chucks it up. It is incomplete. He was trying to throw that near side. Looking here on the near sideline for Zach Nelson. There is simply nothing there. And with 10-11 to go, the clock will stop for the first time here on this drive. So it brings up a 2nd and 10 from midfield here for Minneapolis. Beloit, the big storyline in the first half, 3 touchdowns, 3 turnovers, 2 fumbles recovered, and an interception. Snap back, they want to fire this out over the middle. The catch is made again. It's another first down. It's 11 more yards. And it's another great hookup as they find Zach Nelson, old reliable, his second catch of the day and a gain of 10. Boy, Nelson, it's just been such a huge piece for this offense. The senior, 13 catches, 189 yards, and a touchdown this year. First down and 10. Handoff. Nothing to gain there. Call it a loss of 1 for Peters. And Beloit ready for the run there on first down. Shut that down awfully quickly. Clock continues to run here with 9:30 to go. Minneapolis, you need scores, you need stops, and you got to have at least 3 of them to hang around in this game. Still looking for their first points of the day. They'll set it up here on second down and 12. Snap back on a 4-step drop pass over the middle. Catch is made here on the comeback. And it's another completion to Mason Smith. Smith hauls it in, picks up a couple of yards after the catch. They're going to give him 6 on the haul-in. Got a couple of guys who have changed numbers here. Mason Smith normally wears number 12. He is wearing number 14. Meanwhile, Hunter Milam, who normally wears 54, is wearing 24. Kingston Darnay in 54 tonight instead of his traditional 18. 3rd and 4, back to the air, just under pressure from behind, is caught, and he is dropped. That's a huge sack for Brody Litton, who came right off the edge and is able to successfully bring Just down for a loss of 3. It's the second sack of the day that's been given up by the Minneapolis O-line, and it brings up a 4th and 6. Still doable here for Minneapolis, sensing a chance to try to get it going here in enemy territory. I think they're going to keep the offense on the field, and we have got a stoppage in our first timeout of the second half. We'll take it as well. Back with more when we return. It's the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
From raw honey to wax melts to beekeeping tools, boxes, and frames, AJ Honey Farms has it all and more. Be sure to check out their salves. Salves is a powerful blend of nature's best ingredients. Beeswax, crafted with care to soothe and nourish your dry skin, minor cuts, and burns. And for dry lips, try out their Happy Bee Balm. Treat yourself to their locally produced honey items. Or get a beautifully packaged gift set for a loved one. Stop in to see AJ Honey Farms at 901 North 9th Street. More than just a honey store.
Back here on the campus of Minneapolis High School, Tyler Henry alongside you, Nate King handling all of our camera and production duties here today. Just a reminder, coverage of today's game is brought to you by the good folks at Salina Regional Health Center. They are hiring. Go see their open positions and start your new career today by visiting srhc.com. 4th down and 6. Minneapolis with the offense on the field, looking to go for this with 8:12 to go. They send a man in motion. Rolling out that way is Just. He's under pressure. Now has to turn and come back the other way. Fires a pop pass. Catch is made in the second level. It's a big gain of about 13 yards. And Zach Nelson is the one who hauls it in for a gain of 13 and another first down. That is the 4th catch of the day for Nelson. He's got almost 50 yards already. Boy, you got to love what you've seen out of Zach Nelson. And it will move the ball to the Beloit 24-yard line for a first down and 10. 7:42 to go. Handoff left side. Again, the Beloit defense reads it well. And they bring down Brayton Peters before he has a chance to get much accomplished. They call it a loss of 1 on the play. Conditions continuing to cool down here into the evening in Minneapolis. About 75 degrees, all clear skies. It was about 85 at kickoff, 95 the high today. Here in Minnie, warmer weather here in the month of October. So here we go, 2nd and 11. Just back in the shotgun, fakes the handoff. He is immediately under pressure, somehow gets it out. Big hit made there on the far sideline, but a catch and a good gain for Zach Nelson. And for Nelson, his 5th catch of the day. This one goes for 5 yards. Minneapolis going to need to pick this up on 3rd and 5. The important thing, too, for Minneapolis, they've kept the Beloit offense off the field. Their defense is going to be very well rested by the time those guys get out there, although a lot of guys that play two ways for this Lions team. 3rd and 5, near side catch made, going to be good for the first down to the 10, to the 5, to the pylon, barreling over a defender and into the end zone. It's Zach Nelson who dropped the shoulder and took a Trojan right into the end zone. It's a 20-yard catch and run for Zach Nelson, and the Lions are on the board. Boy, Zach Nelson, unafraid of the contact, just barrels over the defender. And on now for the PAT try is Hunter Milam, again wearing a different number than usual, rocking 24 here today. PAT try for Milam. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good. So the Minneapolis Lions strike back to open the third quarter. They trail 21-7 when we come back here on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
We spend 1/3 of our lives working to build our wealth. With over 50 years of combined experience, Billings Group wants to be there to help manage yours. If you're planning for retirement or looking for financial coaching, then come see us on Westchester Drive, east of the YMCA, or visit our website at billingsgroup.com. Securities offered by registered representatives through Private Client Services, member FINRA, SIPC. Advisory products and services offered by investment advisory representatives through RFG Advisory, a registered investment advisor. RFG Advisory, Billings Group, and Private Client Services are unaffiliated entities.
So following the touchdown, a 20-yarder that goes from Owen Just to Zach Nelson. Minneapolis going to kick this away. Boy, that was the Zach Nelson drive if ever we've seen it. He had 4 catches for 45 yards and a touchdown, and he's got the Lions thinking about a second-half comeback. This ball fielded at the 2-yard line. Beloit looking to make something of this here on special teams. Good weight, good patience. And all the way up to the 31-yard line is Joel Fuller. That's where the offense for Beloit will come out for the first time in the second half. 6:11 to go. It was a good long drive there for Minneapolis. They cap it off with their first points of the game. Now the question is, can they find a way to slow and maybe even stop this rushing attack? But more importantly, can they find a way to slow down the air attack? That's been the surprise of the half. Remember, Jackson Weston came into this game with 460 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions through the air. Already in this game, he's got over 100 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. Handoff here up the gut. Good carry there. That's what Beloit needs. It's about 6 yards on the run. And it is, I believe, Joel Rexroth. Yep, Rexroth toting the rock. Ahead for 6, and you'll see Beloit kind of go into that classic clock running mode. They're not here to blow anybody out. They're looking to kind of just eat away at the clock, take as much time down as they can, and hold on to that lead. Ideally, take as much time off the clock as they can and try to extend the lead. 2nd and 4. Man in motion. Fake the give. Hand it off. This goes to Rexroth. Rexroth finds 12 yards and a first down and gets his way up to the 45-yard line as Beloit inching closer and closer towards Minneapolis territory. It's the 15th carry of the day for Rexroth. Sets up first down and 10 from the Beloit 45-yard line. Orange Trojans back to work, setting up shop here. It's a handoff, left side to Rexroth. He's got some space to the 50, to the 45, all the way down to the 43-yard line. A gain of 13 as Rexroth gets the edge. And Beloit continues to press their advantage as they now find themselves worked into Minneapolis territory. They can go faster. We've seen that before. But really no need to go up tempo here with a 14-point lead midway through the third quarter. Rexroth, the man in motion. Handoff here. No, they lost the football. They do jump back on it. That was Jennings Sloan, who's going to have to fall on the sword there for a loss of 3. And poor Jennings Sloan has lost snap here. It's just his second official carry of the day. It goes for a loss of 5. It's the issue with running the ball as much as Beloit has. Although, to be fair, that statement's not really held up today. They've been really balanced. I would say pretty close to, maybe not quite 50-50, but for a team that runs the way they do, it's probably one of the more pass-heavy games that Beloit's played this season. 2nd down and 14. Handoff Rexroth, left side, back to the original line of scrimmage, now all the way up to about the 40, actually the 36. And a lot of space to work with there for Rexroth, who gets a chunk of that back on another 10-yard gain. Now you're seeing Rexroth start to pull off the 10-plus yard carries. We just did not see a lot of that in the first half. He was held to 4, to 4, to 5, to 6, to 3. But here in the second half, 11, 13, 10, 7, starting to really cook here are the Beloit Trojans. Back in the pistol. Jackson Weston fakes the handoff, rolls out to the right-hand side. Everything covered up well, incomplete. Good coverage by Minneapolis. You got to give them credit with how much Beloit runs, especially on a drive like that where they had not yet attempted a passing play. To stay up on all the guys trying to run those deep slants and deep corner routes, you tip your cap to the defense. And think about it, too. If Minneapolis can get the ball back and get the ball in the end zone, they're only down by 1 score at that point. All starts with getting a stop here, though, on 4th down and 6. Rexroth is the back, tucked into the right hip pocket of Jackson Weston. He'll roll it out. They will set it up here on a design screen. It's incomplete, and it's another turnover on downs against the Beloit Trojans as Minneapolis forces them to turn the ball over, and the Lions get it right back here. Big stuff for Minneapolis with 3:06 to go. They get the football, and they'll look to make something of it here with the offense on the field. Best drive of the day for the Lions came on their last drive. They took it all the way down from their own 35-yard line. This time, even better field position. They start at the 39. Empty backfield for Owen Just. A 3-step drop. He's under duress. He fires a deep ball down the sideline, and it's just incomplete. They almost linked that up. It was a really, really good effort, I believe, by Joseph Wool, but good coverage by Beloit down the sideline, and nothing doing there. It'll stop the clock with 2:58 to go. Surprisingly, Wool has been kept in check today. He is the team's leading receiver, and it's not close. 27 receptions, 419 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Today, he has been held without a catch. Shotgun set once again for Owen Just. They want to run this outside. There is a seam, but only back to the, well, they'll say a gain of about 2 for Brayton Peters. Keeps that clock running with 2:45 left to go. And they do actually give Peters 3 yards on the carry. Bletcher on the tackle, 3rd down and 8. Got to think this is probably a passing down here for Minneapolis, still in their own territory. Just over the middle. Catch made once again, falling forward. And just enough for a first down as Mason Smith dives ahead to the 49. And it's a gain of 9. Boy, it looked like he was going to get brought down shy of the sticks, but he's able to dive forward. Minneapolis up tempo here on 1st and 10. Just over the middle, it's deflected, and it's incomplete. That's another one of those passes that Just is very fortunate. It was not intercepted. If it went back to the safety, it probably was, but Gunnar Gray jumped up and got a hand on it, and that allows it to fall harmlessly to the turf. Stops the clock with 2:06 remaining here in the first quarter. Minneapolis looking to keep the offense on the field. looking to punch this in, looking to cut the lead back down. 2-1 possession. Handoff on the outside to Brayton Peters, who's got a lane, and Peters is ahead to the 36-yard line. A big run for Brayton Peters. Breaks it off for 13 yards. Well blocked by the offensive line. And a good chance here now for Minneapolis to keep this rolling as they approach the edge of the red zone. Still a little ways to go from the 36 in Beloit territory. Another handoff to Peters on the right side, and he will get about 2 yards. Peters has only had one gain of 10 or more yards. It came on that last run of 13. Aside from that, they've kept him in check. Matter of fact, they've stopped him for a loss on 3 separate occasions. They've held him under 5 yards on all but 3 of his 12 carries. Clock continues to run with 1:13 left to go. Owen Just back in the shotgun. Peters tucked in his right hip pocket. He'll send a man in motion. It's the big tight end. Now trips to the left. He's looking that way. He's flushed out that way. On the run, Owen Just fires it out. The catch is made there at the 10. On his feet to the 5, to the pylon, and shoved out of bounds just shy of the end zone. But that's a big confidence booster for Joseph Wool, who's going to pick up 30 yards on his first reception of the day. And Minneapolis is knocking on the door of the end zone now. Lions with 1st and goal. Brayton Peters lined up directly behind. They will give it to him right side, down to the 2, to the 1, and stop just shy is Brayton Peters. Boy, he was awfully close to punching that in. The nice thing for Minneapolis, you've got the luxury of downs here. It's going to be 2nd down and goal, they say, from the 1-yard line. I don't even know if that's the 1-yard line. That might be the half-yard line here. Brayton Peters lined up directly behind Owen Just in this shotgun set. They will hand it off to him once again. Left side, Brayton Peters into the end zone for a Minneapolis touchdown. And the Lions are back within 1 possession from 2 yards out on a big carry for the junior tailback. Hunter Milam on for the PAT try. Trying to make it a 7-point game. The kick is up. The kick is no good. Pulled it left. And it's a 21-13 game, but still within 1 possession here are the Minneapolis Lions. Back with more on the other side of the break on Salina Post.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of 2 types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
Well, don't look now, but the Minneapolis Lions are back within 1 possession here after going down 21-0 at the half. And, you know, the offense had been clicking, but you turned the ball over 3 times, including once in the red zone. Not a great formula. Minneapolis, though, holding on to the football well and marching down. They've scored now 13 unanswered points, and they've cut this lead down to 8. They will kick this away. Back deep to return is Joel Fuller for the Beloit Trojans. Fuller fields the ball at the 5-yard line, looking to pick up a couple of blocks here. He's tripped up from behind at the 25. A big play as he slaps the ground in disgust. That's a great tackle made by Minneapolis on special teams. And with 8.7 seconds left to go, there's time for one more play here in the third quarter. Offense back on the field for the Beloit Trojans. Again, that lead now cut down, and they've come out and only had one possession in the second half. It was a turnover on downs in Minneapolis territory. It gave them the football back at about the 35-yard line. They send a man in motion, sweeping across the formation. Hand it off here to Rexroth. Rexroth breaks into the second level. He's up to the 32-yard line, and that'll bring us to the end of quarter number 3. We'll step away. When we come back to the fourth and final quarter we go. 21-13, the lead for Beloit. They've got the football on the other side. It's the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Summer travel can damage and destroy your tires. Commercial Tire Centers encourages you to check for proper inflation. Underinflation or overinflation, along with the extreme Kansas heat, can cause a blowout, damage to your vehicle, and even cause accidents. Make sure your passenger car, truck, RV, and trailer tires are all ready to hit the road when you visit Commercial Tire. We'll even check your spare tire. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Welcome back in here on the campus of Minneapolis High School as we go to quarter number 4. Minneapolis, they trail, but they're in the driver's seat right now. They've scored 13 unanswered points. Beloit is looking to make that up here as they started off with a 6-yard run for Rexroth. So as we switch fields here, 12 minutes left on the clock. Beloit looking to extend the lead. They will send a man in motion from right to left. Take the snap, hand it off, right side, off tackle. Looking for more space and falling ahead for another gain of 6. Once again, that is Joel Rexroth. He is just tough to stop. That is his 19th carry of the day. And there is a Lion down. This is a warmer evening. This looks like a cramp. Normally, if you ask a teammate to come out and stretch you out, that's probably a cramp. But while we've got a break in the action, I want to remind you that coverage of tonight's game is presented by Messenger Total Promotions, the official apparel provider for the Salina Post sports team is Messenger Total Promotions. See them in downtown Salina for high school swag like hoodies, t-shirts, hats, and more. They can custom make anything and have school items for your car. Messenger Total Promotions in Salina, Minneapolis, and Junction City. Of course, we're rocking some Messenger Total Promotions gear here tonight. Got the K-Dub polo on. Just a reminder to all you K-Dub fans, there is no game tomorrow. It is a bye week for the entire KCAC. So enjoy your Saturday off. Enjoy some college football. Maybe go watch some KU, some K-State, and get ready for an exciting slate of NFL Sunday. They are still stretching out the injured player. He is now up and walking under his own power. That is Braden Johnson, who comes to the sideline limping a little bit. But again, as a general rule, if you're a player and you ask a buddy to stretch you out, you know it's a cramp, as opposed to something more serious. And hopefully that is all that ails Braden Johnson, who will come and take a seat and get a drink of water here and get stretched out by the training staff. Meanwhile, it's first down and 10 for Beloit. Jackson Weston lines it up here, hands it off once again right side. That's Rexroth. Takes the contact, goes down for a gain of 5. Rexroth just does not run like a guy who weighs 153 pounds. He runs like a guy that thinks he's a linebacker that's rocking about 220. But unafraid of contact, unabashedly, he'll lower the shoulder on anybody. And it's a big part of the reason that he has been able to do the damage that he's done this season. Again, 8 touchdowns for Beloit. He leads their whole team. That includes their quarterback. Second down and 5. Here for Beloit on the edge of Minneapolis territory. They will hand it off. That's Rexroth. Again, right side, still patient, spinning off tacklers, falling forward. It's another gain of 13. And Beloit just chipping away at it and killing more and more of this clock. Still 10 minutes left to go, but if you're Minneapolis, you got to get off the field here and give your offense a chance. The worst thing you can have if you're Minneapolis is a long drive that ends with a Beloit touchdown. 10:30 to go. Pistol set once again. Jackson Weston once again. Handoff Rexroth again up the middle. And it's a gain of 7. I feel like a broken record. Well, and actually the record is not broken. I'm broken. That's Ashton Bletcher who carries the ball on 1st and 10. They give Rexroth a bit of a break, and Bletcher is ahead for a gain of 8. And he's got to be happy about that because his last 2 carries went for no yards. So Bletcher ahead. See if they keep him in the ball game here with 10 minutes to go. And Beloit, I'm sure, will continue running some of this clock down as well. 2nd down and 4. Handoff, left side. Not a lot of room to work with. That was Bletcher. And Zach Nelson, who's been huge on offense today, comes up with a big stop defensively to stop Bletcher 3 yards shy, and they will swap Bletcher out for Rexroth. See if they give him the rock here on 3rd down and 3. You would also think, just knowing Beloit, just knowing their tendencies, that they're probably in 4-down territory here. You're deep enough in Minneapolis territory, even if you turn it over on downs, they've got to go the length of the field. 5:17 left to go. 3rd down and 3. They will hand it off. That's Rexroth. Right side, through the hole, and ahead to the 21-yard line. It's another gain of 7 for Joel Rexroth, who just will not be denied tonight and has his way all the way ahead to the 23-yard line. 9 minutes remaining in the ball game. Time continuing to wind. Beloit with another 1st and 10. It's the way these two teams have been playing. This is only the 4th possession of the second half. Minneapolis drove it 20 yards. They punched it in with Just, who hooked up with Nelson. Then a long drive led to a turnover on downs, and now it's 1st and 10. They will hand it off right side. Rexroth takes on the contact, falls forward to the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 7 on Rexroth's 23rd carry of the day. This kid's got to get tired, you would think. But this is the kind of workload that he has been handling throughout the course of his career. Now in his junior season. That's the other thing. He's only a junior. It's going to be a big piece to get back, although he'll have a whole new offensive line next season with 4 seniors on this offensive line. 2nd and 4 after the gain of 6. Man comes in motion. See if they give it to him on the short side jet sweep. Instead, they give it to Rexroth, who's cut down at the line. Big tackle for Zach Nelson, who comes in and forces him down for a loss. And instead of 3rd and short, it's 3rd and 5 here for Beloit. Boy, big things here for this Minneapolis defense. They've stood tall a couple of times. Do they have another big stop in them? Find out on this 3rd down and 5. Rexroth lines up behind 2 receivers to the left-hand side of the formation. Jackson Weston takes the snap. It's another handoff. It goes to Rexroth, who plunges ahead for a gain of 3. I believe, yeah, he's shy by about 2 yards, but you got to think they'll go for it again. And I'll just let you pull back the curtain a little bit here. My stat sheets that I use to kind of keep stuff live only go up to 25 carries. That's about all that's reasonable for a high school athlete. Rexroth's now on his 2nd line. 4th down and 1. Beloit knocking on the door here in the red zone. Trying to force Minneapolis off sides. There's nothing there, and they will burn their first timeout of the second half. 6:40 left to play. 21-13 is our score. Back with more high school football action when we return. It's the game of the week. It's brought to you by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
When there is wastewater backing up into your home, time is crucial. Hours are precious to minimize the mess and damage. That is where Salina Septic Service looks out for you with direct access to their dispatch board, so you can schedule the first available appointment, upload pictures and description of your problem on the Salina Septic Service website, and secure your appointment 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Money-saving specials now and information on worry-free service plans when you visit salinasepticservice.com.
Welcome back in here as we head back. Beloit ready to go here. And they will hand it off once again up the middle. That's Rexroad all the way down to the 2-yard line. Picks it up on 4th and 1. It's another gain of 9 for Joel Rexroad. And you got to think that they would probably give him the rock again here, but they're going to continue taking more time off of it. They want to make sure that there's not time for 2 more possessions. With 6:20 left to go, and that clock's still ticking. Matter of fact, as much as they'd love to punch this in here, I'm sure they'd be just as happy to take 3, maybe even 4 cracks at it before they get it in. Snap back, it's another handoff, jumping over the line and into the end zone. It's Joel Rexroad, who's got his first touchdown of the day, and it comes on a 4-yard carry. Boy, just an athletic reach over the goal line. And with 6:01 to go, it's 27-13 Beloit. That might be the dagger here in Minneapolis. Oscar Angelis on for the PAT for the 4th time today. And he misses it. That's the first miss there, so all things even on PATs. And it is now 27-13. We'll step away. Minneapolis with a crucial drive coming up when we return on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Your next visit to the doctor for an upcoming procedure or surgery should start with a conversation about Salina Surgical Hospital. Hi, this is Geraldine Diedrich, and we are truly committed to fostering your health and well-being. From outpatient procedures to inpatient stays, you will feel the difference in our excellent care and compassion. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure at Salina Surgical Hospital. Your surgical experience is our specialty. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local, community-involved physicians.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Welcome back in here on the campus of Minneapolis High School. A 27-13 lead for the Beloit Trojans visiting here on the road tonight. They will kick this off. It'll be fielded back at the 10-yard line. Boy, Minneapolis could use some lightning in a bottle here on special teams. They go to the far sideline. And that is all the further that Mason Smith can go. So, 5:54 left to go. Offense on the field here for Minneapolis. They've scored on both of their second half drives, but those drives have taken time. I will call you back to the Ellsworth game earlier this season for Minneapolis. Late in that game, they were down 2 possessions. Similar situation to this. They went to a speed of play that you don't see many high school teams pull off. And with a lot of no huddle and a lot of quickly getting back up to the line, they drove 65 yards and punched it in for a score in under 2 minutes. They could use something along those lines here as Owen Just steps up. He fires it out. The catch is made. That's good for a first down. Now putting the foot in the dirt, crossing midfield. Now breaking it in the second level. It's a huge gain of about 23 yards. and it comes for Joe Wool, who pulls it off for his second catch of the day. But Wool is starting to heat up, and that's what you need if you're Minneapolis. More importantly, it will stop the clock. 5:44 to go, just near side, catch made for a gain of 6. But no more than that. Mason Smith, his 5th catch of the day. He's been good at those underneath routes. That one a little dig to the outside. It sets up a 2nd down and 4. Lions needing to go through the air once again, under more pressure. Another catch over the middle. Tackled down at about the 35-yard line, but once again, old reliable Mason Smith over the middle. That's been money all day long. Shotgun set on a 1st and 10. Just drops back, steps up in the pocket, chased from behind, grabbed and sacked. Brody Boudreaux got back for the sack. It's going to take him back. It's going to keep the clock running, and it makes the 2nd down try a little bit tougher as Minneapolis hustles back up to the line. 4:48 remaining here in the ball game. Minneapolis still down by 2 possessions. They need a quick score, a quick stop, and then another quick score. The advantage for Minneapolis, though, is that Beloit missed the PAT, so they're only down 14 as opposed to 15. They don't need a 2-point conversion to tie it. That's still a long ways away as Just is grabbed from behind and just chucks one up. It's incomplete. In the general area that time of Zach Nelson, who's been a big star here today. Matter of fact, Nelson had 6 catches prior to that one. It does stop the clock with 4:20 remaining. Should be 3rd down. Yep, they get that switched over on the chain gang. 3rd down and 14. Lions back to the line. This time they empty it out for Owen Just. He'll take a low snap, fires it out right side. Catch made 35, 40, 35. And tackled down is Brayton Peters. He is always a threat in the passing game. That is his 2nd catch of the day. This one only goes for a gain of 4, though. And it brings up the most important play of the day here for the Minneapolis offense. Clock winding, under 4 minutes to go. They pick this up. They keep their hopes alive. If the Beloit defense gets to stop this game effectively in the books. Empty backfield for Owen Just. He'll take a 3-step drop, looking over the middle. Now wants to fire out a deep ball down the sideline. And it is incomplete. Beloit likely going to hold on. No contact made until very late there. Ashton Bletcher in coverage, had his hands up from behind the play. And Beloit takes over with 3:34 remaining, just needing to pick up a few 1st downs and try to put this game on ice. Just a reminder, tonight you can tune in to KINA at 10 o'clock for the Kansas High School Football Scoreboard Show. Hear scores and game wraps from across the state of Kansas, brought to you by Home Automotive Centers and Salina Surgical Hospital, also heard on 910KINA.com. Beloit with the offense back on the field. It's Bletcher lined up directly behind the quarterback, Jackson Weston. They will give it to Bletcher, who plunges ahead. We'll see if Minneapolis wants to use their timeouts here, and they will. So Minneapolis calls the timeout. We'll take it with them. One more timeout remaining with 3:26 to go here on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Are you looking for a professional change? Salina Regional Health Center has immediate openings with our financial and revenue cycle departments. We are seeking highly motivated professionals for the following key positions: Registrar, Certified Professional Coder, Health Information Management Associate, Financial Counselors, and Medical Billing Specialist. These full-time roles offer competitive salaries, comprehensive benefits, and in many cases, flexible scheduling with generous time-off policies. At Salina Regional Health Center, we foster a collaborative and supportive team environment. Interested candidates are invited to apply directly through our website at srhc.com. For further inquiries about these opportunities and others, please contact me, Tess Madro, in Human Resources at 785-452-7026. Salina Regional Health Center, taking care of you so you can care for others. It's the Salina Regional Health Center way.
Well, no gain on first down sets up a 2nd and 10 here for the Beloit Trojans. They are looking for at least 2 more first downs to finish this game off as Minneapolis finds themselves down to their last timeout with 3:26 left to go. It's a shotgun set here. I believe that's Rexroth. Nope, that is not Rexroth. It's a toss play on the outside. That goes to Bletcher. And Bletcher rumbles ahead. He has got a first down. That's a huge play to get him up to the 44-yard line. It's also the first big gain of the day for Bletcher, who finds 12 yards on the run and is able to set it up with 3:06 to go. They need, realistically, just one more first down with the play clock being what it is. I would imagine Rexroth's day is done, and why not? He's earned a break. Kid toed the rock 27 times here today. Here is another handoff to Bletcher, who breaks into the second level, and there he goes. It's a foot race to the end zone. They trip him up. Was he down? He is. Oh, my goodness. A touchdown-saving tackle for Mason Smith is going to stop Ashton Bletcher from running that one. It would have been a 47-yard touchdown run. Instead, it's just a very loud 46-yard run. And the clock keeps rolling here with 2:30 to go. First and goal for the Beloit Trojans. See if they try to run this in. It's still Bletcher in the backfield. And he is blasted there at the line. A huge hit delivered by Brayton Peters. And we're going to go ahead and give that to Peters. That is our hit of the game, presented by Salina Pain Clinic. Boy, Peters came in and just dropped the lick on Ashton Bletcher for a 2-yard loss. Earlier today, our Smart Play of the game, presented by Smart Insurance with locations in Abilene, Salina, and Harrington, went to none other than Zach Nelson on a little comeback route, curled his way to the outside, picked up a critical first down to help keep Minneapolis in it. Lions looking for a big stop here on 2nd and goal, and tackled down at the 1-yard line. Timeout now called, interesting, by Beloit with 1:28 to go, as Bletcher picks up the 2 yards that he lost on first down, but the timeout is called, and actually this timeout called by Minneapolis. It is their 3rd and final. We'll have a brief post-game wrap, but remember, you can go check out KINA tonight at 10 o'clock for the Kansas High School Football Scoreboard Show, or you can check out our scoreboard on Salina Post. We'll have that up for you tonight with area scores. Also, check out Salina Post Sports Twitter at SPostSports, and go give us a follow on Facebook at Salina Post. Happy to be bringing you coverage of 3 high school football games in the area tonight. Southeast of Saline in a battle with Hillsboro. That a Trojan War. Southeast of Saline's Trojans undefeated currently at 5-0. Sacred Heart at last check led the way on Bennington, looking for their first victory of the year. And here it is Beloit inching closer to victory over the Minneapolis Lions. Beloit fans, be sure to tune in next week as we will be covering your Orange Trojans down in Ellsworth for another All-NCAA clash. That game coming your way on Game of the Week. We'll have coverage right back here on the same YouTube page. If you don't want to miss it, be sure to subscribe here at Salina Post Sports. 1:28 left to go here in the ballgame. Once again, Ashton Bletcher lined up in the backfield. He will take a handoff. He is stopped again. Minneapolis stands tall for the 3rd time at the goal line. And on 4th down, one more chance for Beloit to try and punch this in. It's not going to impact the result of this game, but I have been very impressed in both of the games that I've seen Minneapolis in person this year. This Lions team is going to drop to 2-4. They are better than that, but you look at the teams that they've faced this season, it has not been a cakewalk for Minneapolis. Southeast of Salina, undefeated. Ellsworth, undefeated. Norton, undefeated. And Beloit, their only 2 losses of the year coming to Southeast of Salina and Ellsworth. Or Norton, sorry. 45 seconds to go, 4th and goal. They want to go to the air here, looking for his 4th touchdown of the day. Jackson Weston rolling left, he's sacked. Brought down in the backfield. It's a big, big sack there for Johnson. And that will give Minneapolis the ball back with 34 seconds to go. Again, it's too late to do anything about the result, but that is a good feeling for Minneapolis to take into their last 2 games of the regular season. Remember, Minneapolis will be at Russell next week, and then they'll close out the regular season with Phillipsburg at home in Week 8. Beloit stood up at the goal line. Minneapolis, 34 seconds left to go. They want to take a deep shot down the field. It's incomplete. And it'll stop the clock with 29 seconds left to go. Beloit, knowing the deep pass was coming, dropped their safeties deep. .29 seconds left to go here in the ball game. Trying to get you a couple of late checks here on our Bennington State Bank scoreboard. See what's going on in our area here. In Salina at Kansas Wesleyan. We'll get you that after this next play here. On a 2nd and 10. Just takes the snap. It's a 4-step drop. He is chased, and he is dragged down near the goal line. We'll see if they mark him down at the 1. They're going to mark him down at the 1. I think. Boy, awfully close to a safety. They're going to let the time wind down. And I think Minneapolis might be content to call that, and that will do it. Beloit picks up a big win here on the road. They get it by a final score of 27-13 over the Minneapolis Lions. Just a reminder, we'll have coverage of Ellsworth Beloit at Ellsworth next week. Pre-game coverage begins at 6:40. But until next time, I've been Tyler Henry. Nathan King, our producer and engineer, also running the camera for us here tonight. Thank you again so much for tuning in. This has been the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
This has been a presentation of your Game of the Week, presented by Eagle Communications and Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.